Hello guys, Ronnie here and welcome to your 13th PHP tutorial. Now in this tutorial we are going to introduce function. Now functions, the real power of PHP comes from its functions, and in PHP there are more than 700 inbuilt functions. So a function, when you create a function, it will only be executed on the call to that function. Okay, so if you want to create something and you don't want it to load when the page load, you can hold it inside a function. Let me just show you exactly what I'm talking about. So I can go ahead and create a function here and give it a name. You can say my sport. Alright, and that's how a function is written. Just two brackets there and the color brackets. So here inside here is where the code will be executed. So let's say this one, my sports, it echoes my favorite sport is rugby. By the way, I love rugby. So if you save this and try to view it in our browser, we won't find anything at all printed out. Let's go ahead and try this. Alright, so if I refresh the page, you see nothing loads. I keep pressing F5. I don't know if you can see the mouse trying to refresh. Now, I'll go back to the code, and now let's call this function. Like I said earlier, this code will not be executed because it's held inside of a function. Now, if you want to execute this code, we just call the function. So we can say my sport, and when you do this outside of the color brackets, it means the code will do exactly what my sport function does, and it's to echo this words here. So let's save this and see what we have in our browser. So if I press F5, it says my favorite sport is rugby. Alright guys, so that's how a function works, and a function can be called anywhere. Alright, so I can just put the function there and write some codes, blah blah blah, my codes, my functions and all that, and then I can still call my function and it will just echo these words. Alright. Okay, to add more functionality to functions, we can add parameters, and parameters are just like variables, and they are included after the function's name right here inside the brackets. Right, so we can, instead of saying echo my favorite sport, we can hold this in a variable. This word, we can hold these words in a variable. So we can just say inside the parentheses, we can say sport. Right, and then get rid of this, and so the function does equals port. Right, that's what the function does. It only echoes port. And if I try to save this and view it in our browser, I just find a missing argument for my sport one, which means I'm not getting any argument to print out here to echo, to do what the function does. So to solve that, let's put something here. And variables, we're going to say my favorite sport is rugby. I save that, and if I refresh it, you have my favorite sport is rugby. And I can copy this and paste it here, and paste it once again, and say my favorite team is Kenya, and my favorite side is, I can say, Scrum Half. You should know this if you know rugby. So if I save that and let's refresh it, we'll have these words here which are really ugly arranged, but you get the point. So that is a parameters and functions, and they are held after the function's name inside of the brackets. Alright, so that is adding parameters to functions. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you had a good time and you understood something. Make sure you subscribe, rate this video if you like it, and I'll see you in the next video.